What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. And I know I have not posted in a while on this channel, but you guys still seem to be finding my videos pretty okay. So I figured let me come back on the channel and make you another video that is pretty adjacent, but not exactly what I normally do. I want to give you guys a little bit of life experience from me, something that I personally have done to make over $60,000 a year with no degree. The good thing about this job is that recently I have found a promotion within the role, so I am actually making more like 80 to 90K right now, and I am on track for 6 figures because of this job that I started about 2 years ago. A lot of you guys are entrepreneur minded. There's a lot of entrepreneur like jobs out there, but the job that I am specifically talking about is going to be in sales. When it comes to sales, there's a lot of things you can do. When I'm saying this, a lot of you guys are probably instantly thinking car sales. This is not car sales, okay? This is a job that's gonna pay you at least $1,000 a week, and you do not have to work full time. What I'm gonna be doing in this video is we are gonna be going on some job sites since you guys are looking for jobs currently. This is a type of remote job, so not really exactly something that you're doing at home, but it is something that you can do pretty much anywhere, especially in the US. I am gonna go on Indeed. Before I get into my specific job, I am just gonna say that any type of entry-level sales is gonna be a good start for you. If you are somebody that doesn't have a degree, doesn't wanna go back to school and pay the money to get a degree, and you still wanna make over $50,000 a year, please watch this video and I'm gonna show you exactly how to get started with that. And as long as you have the work ethic, because I'm hoping that a lot of you guys on my channel that are watching me actually have work ethic to go out there and get it, you will be able to make at least $50,000 a year. I am just going to put in a random location here, and we are gonna take a look at what type of entry-level sales jobs are in this position. So as you can see, we put in Atlanta, and I am gonna type entry-level sales, and we're gonna see what pops up. The first one that pops up, it says urgently hiring, and you could see that it is 55,000 at the very least. Like I said, guys, you're gonna be able to make at least $50,000, and it goes all the way up to 105,000. The good thing about these types of jobs too is a lot of the time you're not gonna be working full time. When I was making $60,000 a year 2 years ago, and I had generated over $1.5 million in sales, that is $1,500,000 in sales as a total beginner, no degree, no experience. I did that only working part-time. I was working anywhere between 20 and 30 hours a week. I never worked full-time, and some of my biggest checks were over $2,000, especially this time of year in the summer. So as we can see, this is a entry-level sales field marketer. That was pretty much what I was doing. You're outside. A lot of you guys have misconceptions about knocking doors. If you decide to work a full 40 hours, you can make 6 figures. As you can see here, it says paid training as well, evening shift. So these are people that maybe if you have a job and you want to work like a 4 to 8 o'clock at night, this is definitely something that you can still make money with. I am actually in the role now where I am managing a team, and I am actually hiring people. So I post, Indeed jobs like this. I hold interviews, and however much my team does, I get paid for. The range for this type of job goes anywhere between $25 an hour all the way up to $100 an hour if you're actually very good and you end up improving. So let's just say my whole team goes out and schedules about 30 appointments a week. I would receive $1,500 just because I am running that team. So a lot of you guys that are gonna be starting in this position, you're going out there, you're gonna prove yourself, and eventually you will have the necessary experience that you can put on your resume and go to any company and actually be that manager who is getting an override on what your team is doing. If you're going to a company that is developing that entry-level sales field marketer department, you can actually negotiate and tell them, you know, what you would want as the manager override. If we keep going down, we can see this one right here. This is an outside sales rep. Other type of sales, when you're selling in home, you are able to make more money. I have had experience with that where I'm going out to sales calls, but that is just not my favorite, just for, you know, reasons like, you know, the person isn't really ready to buy, or, you know, you might go a whole week without getting any sales, but then when you do get a sale, you might make like $2,000 to $4,000 depending on what your company is paying, depending on the average sale of the price of what you're selling. A lot of that is variable, and I would rather make a little bit of money every single day rather than be waiting for a big paycheck and not knowing when that's going to happen, right? So another job here, you could see this is every other weekend, no experience needed, and they're starting off at $115,000. Now, I don't know exactly what this is. It says concrete coating, so you're probably selling like driveways and, you know, people that are looking to do concrete, maybe on their porch, something like that. But concrete costs a lot of money, so this is a really good field for you guys to go into. And like I said, this is everywhere around the country. You could see this is another type of sales position. They're paying $23 an hour, but you're probably going to be able to make an upsell on that just from actually selling stuff in the home. And everybody on the channel who's watching this, you guys aren't all gonna pick like the same job. Some of you guys are gonna want to make an hourly with a little bit of margin to make an upsell. Some of you guys don't mind going full commission. And I know this is a channel that is dedicated to making money online. I will start making videos on that too. Jobs that I really believe in, not just jobs that other people are talking about, but real jobs that you can actually make money from. Like, as you can see, this Asurion in Georgia, they're paying $23 an hour, but they also pay for mileage. So whatever you're driving, they're gonna pay that. You get paid training, so a lot of you guys might want to take opportunities that have paid training. You could be selling anything from internet, you could be selling home improvement, you could be selling solar. There's so many different types of industries that make a decent amount of money. If you guys live in a home and you have people knock on your door, they probably make more money than you think, okay? There are some days when I'm knocking 100 doors and I'm not getting anything. But there are other days when I'll knock 40 doors and now I have 3 appointments and I've made over $300 for the day, right? So a lot of these people that you're seeing knock doors, they probably make more money than you think. I definitely would recommend you guys to do that. If we go down, we can even see ADT. Some people are selling like home security. These guys are making anywhere from $75,000 to $150,000. And as you can see, they also have relocation assistance. So if you get into something local and you end up liking it, you end up, you know, really seeing how much money you can make, and you're willing to go somewhere else to do a similar type of job, this company will actually help you make the move. While being out in the field this year, actually, I ran into somebody who worked for another security type of company. I think they sold like doorbells and pretty much a whole security system for your home. And this guy was saying that he makes $1,000 a day, and a lot of his reps do as well. You know, for me, my average is about $50 an hour doing this. Some days I'm making $70 an hour, some days I'm making $40 an hour, right? So it really just depends on the day. It depends on maybe the area that you're in, but you get better with time. It took me a while to actually get good. I believe my first couple weeks I was only making like a few $100s a week. And then once I seen that, hey, 10 hours is replacing my 30-hour-a-week job, I made the full switch to working 30 hours, and I consistently made $1,000. It got to the point where I was so spoiled that if I wasn't making $1,000, I was pretty pissed, right? And this is me working under 40 hours a week. I don't think there was ever a time where I was working 40 hours a week. So guys, I definitely would recommend that you guys at least try this out, at least consider it, because what I'm telling you is real. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do this job. If you guys have any questions on maybe the type of industry to get into, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.